Good morning, students. Today's class is one of the topic in epidemiology practical session. So, as part of practical classes, today we'll be discussing 3 more questions. You have to write these 3 questions in your record books. So, let's start the class. We have finished till question number 12. So, the 13th question is, in a trial of contraceptives, 3,000 women were followed for 2 years. During this period, there were 50 live births. Among those, 1 twin delivery, 10 stillbirths, and 3 abortions. Calculate the failure rate. Calculate the contraceptive failure rate. By this question, we know the data, like how many women were followed, like 3,000 women. How many days they were followed up to 2 years. So in those 2 years, the live births are 50. So one is twin. So the total number of pregnancies 49, because one is twin. The number of pregnancies are 49, and stillbirths are 10, and abortions are 3. So now we have to calculate the failure rate. Solution is, as we already discussed, women included in the contraceptive trial study for a period of 2 years are 3,000. 3,000 women were followed into up to 2 years. So the women in women years, we have to calculate the women years. That is 3,000 into 2, it comes to 6,000 women years. So actually, the failure rate, the formula for failure rate is number of accidental pregnancies, women years of follow-up into 100. So now we should know the women years and also the number of accidental pregnancies. Then we know the what is the failure rate. So here the women years are 3,000 into 2. It comes to 2,000. Total pregnancies. So the total number of pregnancies are the pregnancies with an outcome of live births, stillbirths, and abortions. Anything we need only the number of pregnancies. Okay. So the live births are 50. Among those, one is twin pregnancy. So we are taking here the number of pregnancies with outcome of live births are 49, because one is twin. We should only need here is number of pregnancies, that is 49. With the outcome of stillbirths, number of pregnancies with an outcome of stillbirths were 10. Number of pregnancies with an outcome of abortion 3. So these are the total number of pregnancies with the live births, stillbirths, and abortion. So the total comes 62. The total number of pregnancies among those 3,000 women are 62. So let us calculate a failure rate. The formula, number of accidental pregnancies, women years of follow into 100. So number of accidental pregnancies are 62 divided by 6,000 women years into 100. So the failure rate is 1.03% of women years. So the question number 14, we are not discussing here the complete theory part because we already finished everything. Now question 14, in a study, left midterm circumference of 500 children aged 3 to 5 years attending different Anganwadi centers of a taluka was measured. Data obtained is given here. You know the midterm circumference of 500 children. So midterm circumference in centimeters and the number of children, they have given the data. For those 500 children, the midterm circumference is, among those 500, 100 children have MESA 14 centimeters, 150 children have 13.5 centimeter midal circumference and 150 children 13. For 50 children, the midterm circumference is 12.5 and another 50, the midterm circumference is 12. So the question is how you will interrupt the nutritional status of children and give your advice. We all know midterm circumference is a indicator of nutritional status in children among 2 to 5 years. So if we should know the values, what is normal and what is malnourished and everything. So when we know those details, we can interrupt these data. So solution is midterm circumference measurement is the easiest method of assessing malnutrition status in children 2 to 5 years. So the normal usually more than 13.5, we call it normal, satisfactory. 12.5 to 13.5, mild to moderate malnutrition. Below 12.5, severe malnutrition. So here by this data, so we should divide these children into the one which have 12.5 to 13.5, more than 13.5, and more than 12, less than 12.5. So the more than 13.5, which is normal or satisfactory, how many children have more than 13.5? 1400 plus 150, it is 250. 12.5 to 13.5, 150 plus 50, 200. Less than 12.5, which is severe malnutrition, the number of children are 50. So the percentage we have to calculate, which comes like at the normal or satisfactory as 50%, 40% people are malnourished, mild to moderate, and 10% are severely malnourished. Interpretation. So from the data given, so we among 500 children, 50% are satisfactory, 200 children are having borderline malnutrition, only 50 children, that is less 10%, are severely malnourished. So what is the advice for those children? So what does they do in Anganwadi? Anganwadi centers already have the growth chart. So every child who are enrolled into that particular Anganwadi center, the Anganwadi workers has to mark their height, weight, madam circumference, and growth chart. So any deviation from the normal curve, which indicates undernutrition or overnutrition, which has to be taken care. So an Anganwadi center have growth charts of weight for age. Those who were malnourished may be verified by these charts. If children are found to be malnourished, supplementary nutrition is advised. And also the regular nutrition, what they do in Anganwadi? The nutrition supplementation, regular health checkups, immunization, health education. There are so many activities which take place in the Anganwadi center. So you first go through the activities they do at the Anganwadi center. So the regular nutrition supplementation is 3000 for the normal child, 300 kilocalories and 10 grams of protein. For a normal child, if the children are malnourished, additional supplementary nutrition of 300 kilocalories, 300 plus 300. Normally we give 300. Here 6,600 kilocalories and 5 plus 10 grams of protein. Extra 5 grams of protein has to be given. And also malnourished children should be regularly kept under supervision. We have to always check their height, weight, and midterm circumference. And if they really need it, if they are severely malnourished, if they have any infection, they should be referred. And if they are also not improving, they should be referred to the referral centers. What are the additional measures required? Among with the food and calorics protein supplementation, they also need iron and folic acid supplementation, vitamin A solution, deworming treatment, follow-up care and periodic surveillance, nutritional education to the mothers, nutritional rehabilitation services for the needy. So question number 15 here. cow milk sample of cow milk was analyzed. Results of the analysis is given below. Here the results of the analysis, which fat 2%, protein 3%, specific gravity 1010, plate count. Plate count means it is like a standard plate count. It is number of colony forming units in 1 ml of milk when incubated for 48 hours at 32 degrees centigrade. So the normal, for the given cow's milk sample, the plate count is 25,000 ml per ml. Coliform 0 per ml, coliform bacteria, phosphatase test positive, comment on the quality of the milk. So for this also, when we should know the normal values, the normal fat, protein and normal specific gravity, everything, we can only know, then only we can interrupt the results. So first the particulars, what are the contents they have given, the quality of milk, the standard milk, hostel supplied milk. Hostel supplied milk is the cow's milk. The standard milk is the normal, the normal parameters here, and also the what we have to compare is the cow's milk, hostel supplied milk, and the remarks. So the protein they have given 3%, here 3%, the normal is 3.2%, so this is acceptable. Fat, usually the normal is 4.1%, but here is only 2%, so the fat has been reduced, so that means fat is removed. Specific gravity, there are other types of milk also, like skimmed milk, high fat milk, low fat milk, but the normally it should be 4.1 in a full cream milk. Specific gravity is 1030, 1010, so it indicates low specific gravity. The plate count, usually it is 30,000, it should be below 30,000 per ml, so 25,000 per ml is also acceptable. Coliform count 0 per ml, there should be no coliform bacteria present in the milk, so it is the given sample also 0 per ml, so it is also acceptable. Phosphatase test, it is negative and positive. What does it mean? It is the milk is not pasteurized. So the comments are, so here the specific gravity is low. What does it mean? Water is, they have added water to the milk. The fat indicates, low fat indicates the fat has been removed. Positive phosphatase test denotes milk is not pasteurized, or raw milk is mixed after pasteurization. Maybe it has not at all pasteurized, or they mixed raw milk after pasteurization. But milk is suitable for consumption only after pasteurization. So pasteurization is necessary to remove some bacteria. Milk is adulterated by vendor, he can be prosecuted, because here the fat is removed, the specific gravity is reduced, and it is also not pasteurized. So this is not a good milk, good standard milk. Thank you.